Welcome to Heybridge English Language A-Level Department. My name's Miss Bird and I'm in charge of Key Stage 5 English at Heybridge. Mrs Williams is our head of department. So I want to tell you a little bit about English language at A-Level because it's very, very different to GCSE. And what we do is we study real life language. We look at how different people speak and how different people write in a whole range of ways, a complete study of humans and communications. We really care about our subject. We're really interested in linguistics, which is what most universities would call this subject rather than English language, and we hope that you'll share our love for it as well. As you go through the course, you do actually have to learn a new lot of terminology, a new toolkit, and that will really help you to analyse different aspects of real life language. There's also lots of opportunities for raising your opinions, debating, looking at different theories, discussion, and also for doing journalistic writing. So we really hope that this will encourage you to join us. So in the department teaching English language, we have Mrs Williams, who's our head of English, and me. And we have our own particular interests within the subject area, but also within the whole world of linguistics. And one of the things we both like, though, is we're both very keen on grammar, both the nitty-gritty of it and how it's actually used in real life. So here's just a view of a few of our classrooms, and of course, very importantly, the library, which is extremely well stocked with both fictional books and non-fiction books related to our subject, and is well used by sixth formers. It's a very useful study space as well. So in our lessons, as I said, we look at all sorts of language, real life language, and very much a focus on spoken language as well. And we look at how language is used in society. There's lots of different views of how language is used, lots of different theories that are open to debate, and lots of things that aren't set in stone. So we can debate those, we can talk about those and write about them. You also get an opportunity to collect your own data throughout and to independently investigate areas of language use that you find interesting. And there's a big emphasis on writing journalism in quite a realistic way. So there's different areas that you'll be studying. First of all, you'll be looking at, as I said, this toolkit for analysing language, and you'll be looking at the methods that linguists use to categorise different aspects of it. So we'll be looking at different language levels like lexis, pragmatics, semantics, grammar. Then once we've got the solid foundations there, we can actually use those to apply them to different topics. So for example, we look at language in the media. And when we're looking at that, we look at things like how language is used to create power, to influence people in all sorts of different situations, including, obviously, media representations. We look at how all the different theories about how gender might or might not influence the language that you use and the language that's used to talk about you. We also look at how new technologies have changed language use and how we use technology to communicate. When we study child language acquisition, we look at how children learn to speak from birth up to the age of 5. And there's a lot of different really interesting theories about that. And the nice thing is that it's something that can't really be proved anyway, so you can have your own opinions on it and see who you agree with. We also study how language has changed over time, so we go back to 1600 and we look at how word meanings have changed, for example, how we use grammar slightly differently, or how, because our society's ideas have changed over time, we change the language that we use to talk about them. And over all this, we look at lots of different journalistic writing styles, and we use that to write our own articles as well. As you can see, there's a lot of extra curricular opportunities in the English department, and we're very led by the students we have as well. So if there's something that people want to do, we try and accommodate it. So there's lots of opportunities to take responsibility for projects with lower school, or there's been newspapers, there's the Reading Buddy course, and there's lots of masterclasses at universities that you can do as well. The thing about English language is it's incredibly versatile as an A-level. In recent years, you can see there all the different areas that our students have gone on to study and to go into in terms of employment. And on the next slide, we've got a few individuals who wanted to share where English language A-level has taken them. So as you can see, we've got a wide range from the more art subjects like publishing and acting, to people working for Facebook and travelling all over the world, to people working in the civil service, the environmental agency, and of course it's a very popular choice if you want to study different types of law. So we sometimes do hear different myths about studying English, and sometimes that one of the myths is that STEM subjects are more sensible options to take and kind of safer options to take. But in fact, as you can see, our A-level students have gone on to a huge range of careers. And really what universities and employers are looking for are decent grades, and you're more likely to get a decent grade in a subject that you really enjoy. So it's definitely a good idea to choose something that you think you're going to want to spend time studying, and you're much more likely to be successful with it. But it matches very well with STEM subjects. Very often we have students who take science or maths along with English, and it just gives this idea of them being a more rounded student. So as you can see here, it's a full A-level. There's 2 exams at the end of the 2 years, but we're very lucky that we also still have an investigative independent coursework element that's 20% of the course. So you need a level 6 in English language GCSE in order to take the course. So overall, I hope that's given you a little bit of a flavour of what we do and how different it is to your GCSE language study. There's lots more information on the school website, or please don't hesitate to get in touch with us, and we really look forward to welcoming you into our classrooms in September 2021.